Hello there, Michelle G here, Bendy Stitchy. My pronouns are she, her, and today is Saturday. It's the 31st of August, so happy last day of August. Go Blue. Opening day of college football season, if you celebrate. But that's not true. I cheer for my Wolverines and I cheer for the Ducks now because we're transplants. But go Ducks, but also go Blue. Anyway, we're here to talk about cross stitch. Hope I didn't lose anybody with the football stuff. We're here to talk about cross stitch, and I did quite a bit of cross stitching this week. I had 2 SAFs, S-A-F, start and finish. If you're new here, welcome. We love acronyms. So I'll try to explain the acronyms that we use. If you're not new here, you already know the acronyms. But I have 2 SAFs, 1 WIP, and 1 FFO. So I'll explain all those as we go. We'll start with the FFO. FFO, fully finished object. It's when you take a finished cross stitch and you turn it into something. And this is another, I made an FFO of an ATC, so I turned my acronym into an acronym. It's extra. This is Happy Horror Days. It is a Patreon chart from the Witchy Stitcher that I stitched back in 2023. You can see I still have glue on my finger. Sorry about that. And an ATC is an artist trading card. So it's tiny. It's the size of a playing card. And you can make anything. Like some people do paintings. A lot of people do mixed media. You can do cross stitch ATCs. And there's actually Heather, link is my homeboy, my friend Heather on Instagram, is Stitchy Swap and ATC. And Heather hosts Stitchy Swaps and ATC Swaps. So the theme this time was Stitcher's Choice. So I waited until I got my partner and I realized that this little Happy Horror Days that I stitched back in 2023 is perfect for my partner because she's a total horror geek. So this is Happy Horror Days from the Witchy Stitcher. I put it on a playing card and I used these little ghosties here. That's a greeting card that I was sent years and years ago. I got a piece of lace. Here and here is a piece of lace. This red stripe is some tissue paper. And then in the background, there's this like cool textural paper. And then on the back of it, I haven't written my person's information yet, just in case they watch. I don't want them to be super spoiled by the outcome of this. But this is actually, I think this is from either Beth Twist of Heartstring Samplery, or this might be from Lindy Stitches. But they made this pack of stickers that you put on the back of your samplers after you finish them. And the whole sticker says, upon my death, I bequeath this work of my hands too. And then you're supposed to put it on, you stick it on one of those. But I thought this fit the theme perfectly. So I will, as soon as this dries, I will write on the back of it, because I literally just finished it. Like the glue is still on my fingers. So as soon as that dries, I will pop it into the mail, write on the back of it, pop it into the mail for my partner, and call it D-U-N, done. And since I showed you mine that I made, I'll show you mine that I received. So my partner was Charlotte, Distracted Stitcher, and this could not be more perfect. This could not be more perfect for me. Charlotte said she already had picked this as her thing to stitch, and then she got me and she thought, amazing, wonderful, 10 out of 10. This pattern is called The Stitcher. It's by Black Waltz Stitching, and Charlotte stitched this on 22 count Frankenstein. That's a hardanger fabric by Be Stitch Me, and she used Be Stitch Me silks. And her kiddo, her 7-year-old, helped her put it on the card. So it's not rocket science. You just slap some cross stitch on a card, make it as complicated or as easy as you want it, put some information on the back. What does that say? I followed my heart and it led me to the craft store. And then she put her information on the back. And it just, like, look how cute they are. Aren't they cute? They're so cute. So if you want to get in on this, it's at Stitchy_swaps_and_ATC. And I think it's Stitchy Swap and ATC. I'll try to link it below. But it's so much fun. And it's like this one, I had already stitched this. Again, I stitched this. I'm referring to my Notion app now. I stitched Happy Horror Days. I started it August 18th, 2023 and finished it August 18th, 2023. It's stitched on a piece of 14 count Ada, dyed by my Diana. I called it Smoky. I just named it that. and done. Fully finished now. So I'll pop that in the mail to my partner. Could not be happier. And then I had 2 SAFs. SAF is start and finish. One of them I stitched because I needed a model, and one of them I stitched out of spite. But I love them both. So this is a model, and I can show you now because Gwen at Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers has posted the teasers. So I am lucky enough to be part of Gwen's Halloween box this year with Bella Filipina and Shannon Christine Designs. So that's some hefty company. So Gwen said, pick whatever silks you want and whatever fabric you want and design something small. And I said, okay. So this is my haunted moth. I think that's, I'm calling it eerie moth because I tend to call everything haunted this. I have haunted ornament, haunted mansion, haunted all the things. I got to find a different word. So I went with eerie moth. And this is stitched in Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers silk on a piece of 16 count woodland Ada. And it's really not that big. It's like 82 stitches wide and 40 stitches tall. Not very big at all. I stitched this in a day and a half. It took me, I got almost done with it in one day. And then I started on August 24th and finished it on August 25th. So it was pretty quick. I put in 1,052 stitches on this and used 6 colors of Fiberlicious Yummy Fiber silks. So this is available from Gwen at Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers as part of her Halloween box. Probably I'll release it later. If I don't, then release it later, then it'll be available on Gwen's website to purchase. She and I haven't really worked out the details of that yet, but I love that little moth. So proud of that. And if you go to Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers, either on Instagram or on Facebook, you can see the other designs too, and they are really good. Like, really, really good. Bella Filipina and Shannon Christine Designs good. So, the box is $240, I believe, and there's limited availability to customize it. I think maybe just linen and Ada choices. I'm not totally sure, but you'll be able to find out on Gwen's website. My other SAF, start and finish, is this, Up All Night. This is designed by Tiny Modernist. It was originally in a box, and up until last week, you could only get it in the box. But I am happy to say that someone must have reached out to Cheryl, Tiny Modernist, after I showed this on my Flosstube, because now it's available on her website. So, wabam, right there, PDF, $7. This is super cute, and it stitches fast. So, I was also very inspired to stitch this up so that I could do the giveaway. But I started this on August 25th, finished it on August 29th. I used my same Fiberlicious Yummy Fiber silks, some of the same ones, from my moth. So this dark green is from my moth. I didn't use the gray. The dark green is from my moth. The white, of course. The dark purple. And maybe the gold? I don't know. But then the other ones I had in my stash. So this gray and this variegated here is all one variegated. So I didn't do a 1-for-1 color conversion on this. I really kind of picked and chose where I put my colors. But I think it worked out well. It came out, mine's a little purpler. And of course I did, because I'm feeling the Halloween season coming up, I did the black flame candle. Because you know I love me some hocus pocus. So mine tends a little more purple, a little less yellow, but I mean, super cute, right? I love that little owl and the needle and the scissors. I love anything with a Stitchy reference, honestly. So I'll put up a public post on my Patreon. I'm trying to be better about doing this. Because you can get this chart from Cheryl, all you need to stitch it the way I stitched it is my conversion. So I'll put up a public post on my Patreon telling you kind of how I did this conversion. It'll be a little more complicated because usually the conversion is like, oh, for this symbol in the chart, use this color. But I didn't exactly do that. So if you would like, I am giving this one away because I stitched it and I don't need it anymore. And that's totally legal. So I will link the Google form down below, and just fill out the Google form if you'd like to stitch this. And if you can't wait or you don't want to take your chances, just grab the PDF. Honestly, if you get the PDF from Cheryl today, who doesn't pay me, I just enjoy her very much as a human. If you get the PDF from Cheryl today, you'll be done with this before I even pick a winner next week. So really and truly, go get the PDF. But also, if you want to win it, that's fun too. And this is stitched on a 14 count Aida called Cardigan. It's from Fangirl Fibers. It came in a box. I think this is only half of the piece that I had. I don't know exactly what I did with the other piece. Maybe, oh, you know what I could do? Hold on. Check this out. So if you look at, if I tracked it in this Notion app, this is my Notion. If I tracked it in Notion, which I might or might not have done, then Notion will be able to tell me where my other part of the fabric is. So you can see I started on August 25th, finished it on August 29th, put in a total of 2,171 stitches. And right here, if you go to the 14 count Cardigan Aida from Fangirl Fibers and click on it, click on that one, Cardigan. I have used it. Oh, I used it for Fuchsia for Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. So this is really cool. So I'm in Up All Night. This is the information for Up All Night. I love Notion. If you haven't jumped onto the Notion bandwagon yet, let me just try to convince you one more time. So this is my project page for Up All Night by Tiny Modernist. If I click on this page, this is the fabric listing. If I click on this fabric listing, it tells me count, type, dyer, category, and then it tells me what whips I've used this on. So when I'm like, I don't really know where my other half of the fabric is, I can tell you I used it for Fuchsia that I stitched for Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. And I can even show you that, right? This was my swap for last year's Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. I used Fuchsia. And if you're like, oh wow, Michelle, what is that floss that you used? It's beautiful. I don't freaking remember. But I can tell you that I also didn't put it in here. So that's the downfall, is if there's user error and I didn't enter my data, then I can't really tell you what floss I used. But I know I put it on a Kaylee cross stitch floss drop, and that's what it looked like. Don't rightly remember. But isn't that cool that I can, like, I don't know where the other half of this is, but if 2023 Michelle did her data entry properly, I can look it up. So Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit is coming up again in a week and a half, 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today. Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit 2024. I haven't stitched my small yet. Should I do this? Should I just give this away as my small at Pinwest? I love it though. I'm precious about things for a while, so I'll probably go back and look through my previous finishes and see what I can fully finish. Maybe I can find another trivet. I do love giving away a trivet. All right, so those were my SAFs, start and finish. And then I did have a whip, and my whip, work in progress, is actually the only work in progress that I worked on is this. This is my Queenstown sampler design. This is a gift chart. So it's not a freebie, like you can't like copy it and sell it. Well, you can't copy it. Anyway, it was a gift chart. I got it off of a freebie table. And this is from Queenstown Sampler Designs. And what I've been doing is I've been calling this my tail end project. So what I do is I just write on here, I stitch as much as I can with the tail ends rather than putting the floss back on the bobbin or back on the floss drop. I just stitch as much as I can with the tail ends, and then I label the spots that I stitched. So what I'll show you is up here, I finished Haunted Moth, all the tail ends with this. And then this section down here was from Up All Night. So you can see, like, this one is from my tarot swap, this little bit. And then all of this right here is kind of reminiscent of of my Haunted Moth, because it's the same colors. And then this right here is kind of giving the vibes of Up All Night, because that's my colors. So, like, when I finished this variegated here, rather than putting the rest of that silk back on the floss drop, I just stitched as much of this bird as I could. Right? And then when I finished this gray and the white, rather than putting a little bit of floss back on the floss drop or throwing it away, I just filled in a little more of this bird. And I actually kind of super love how this bird came out really normal. And actually, like, I stitched my peanut butter and jelly ATC, and this is all the ends from peanut butter and jelly. And then this yellow and this here is from my July Stitch for Pride. But this bird very much looks like I planned that beak, and I did not. But this bird very much looks like it has, like, its skull exposed. So that's a little macabre, but I'm here for it because it's getting to be spooky season. But you can see how kind of, like, you can tell, like, if I say, oh, this part's from Up All Night, you could look at it and be like, oh yeah, those are those colors. So I'm loving this tail end project. I think it's super fun. And it's a really great way to use just, like, because a pattern that's charted to be monochromatic tends to be spaced out really nicely, so that even if you chart it, like, this is stitched in wild colors, but it's reading okay because it's charted to make sense it's charted to make sense in space. Do you know what I mean? So that things don't butt up against each other. I don't know. I super love it. Okay, so that's 1 FFO, 2 SAFs, and 1 whip. I did a total of 3,423 stitches this past week. I've got nothing on Anna Stitcherodi. She put in like 1,000,006. She'll tell you all about it. Go watch Anna Stitcherodi. I saw her. I went up to Acorns and Threads on Wednesday for Whip Wednesday, and there's so many lovely people there. It was a huge group this past Wednesday, and Anna was there, Stitcherodi, and her days and my days don't always overlap, but it was so good to see her. I stitched 6 days this past week for a total of about 19 and a half hours. Yeah, I stitch a lot. Don't at me. Okay. So, giveaways. Last week for the giveaway, I said, tell me which pattern you would like to stitch from Nuri at Shaded Stitchery, because Nuri at Shaded Stitchery reached out to me and said, I want to do a giveaway, and I want to give you something, and I want to give one of your viewers something. And I said, I love this for me and for my viewers. Let's do it. So I'm going to choose the Array. This is called the Array. It's one of Nuri's new patterns from Needlework Marketplace. And I'm going to stitch the monochromatic version, but I'm going to stitch it in yellow. And I'll tell you why. And if you've been here before, you know that I don't like yellow. But I'm going to make an exception because my friend Zakia did the model stitch of this colorful version of the Array. And Zakia's favorite color is yellow. She loves yellow. And when I see yellow, I think of Le Tour de France, of course, and Zakia. So I'm going to stitch the monochromatic version in honor of Zakia in yellow because she model stitched the color version. Cool. And then the winner of the giveaway is Michelle, Chinook Crafter. And Michelle couldn't quite decide which one she wanted, but she's going to have to because now she won. So Michelle said she wants any one of the of these ones, which are, this is a whole series that Nuri has done. It's called Closely Kept. I have this one. I don't know which number this is. But if we take a closer look at the Closely Kept series, so this is Closely Kept number 4. This was the release at Needlework Marketplace, and Nuri always releases it in 2 different ways. She does a very beautiful tone-on-tone with the motif stitched, and then she also does one that's in the negative, where the motif is where the stitches are missing. And these are called Closely Kept because they are modeled off of antiques. And so this is the antique that Closely Kept number 4 was modeled off of. You can see, like, that is beautiful work, translating that into cross stitch. And she calls them semi-reproductions, but this is pretty dang close, if you ask me. Semi-reproductions / interpretations inspired by cased photo archives. Cased photo artifacts from the archives of at NMAAHC, which I would have to look that up. But so these are actual, like, artifacts of, like, this is a black soldier from the Civil War. And that's the case where his photo was kept, probably by a loved one. So this is the regular version, and then she has an ACC version, which is inverted. So Michelle, Chinook Crafter, you're going to have to choose. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know which order they go in, but I have this one. So if you want to do this one, we could sell them, but no pressure. You pick whichever one you want. So congrats to Michelle as being the winner for last week's thingy. What is it? Giveaway. Last week's giveaway. And then this week's giveaway, for which you will fill out the Google form that's linked down below, is Up All Night by Tiny Modernist. But if you don't want to wait, just go buy it. It's $7. Go buy it at Cheryl's website. You'll get it sooner than I would. Plans. So many plans. Where are they? One plan is already done. One of my plans was to FFO my ATC, but I just did that with my patrons right before we came on. So check that box. Another plan, let me set that aside. Another plan is to keep working on my Tarot Sal, which I'm hosting, which was meant to be stitched at the end of, it was meant to be sent at the end of July. I didn't do that. And neither did a whole bunch of other people, so I'm not worried. But I, for my partner, am stitching the Empress from Tiny Modernist. Love this piece. It's a possum. It's a possum. So I didn't stitch on this at all this past week because I have been starting and finishing things. But this is where I was the last time you saw it. And this is on a piece of 28 count linen from Fangirl Fibers called Mothman. And it's not, my progress is not insignificant on this, right? Like, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I have, let me see how many stitches I have so far in this. So far in this, I have done 2,350 stitches. And I'm a little less than halfway. There's a lot of stitches in these buggers. But I already finished one of the colors. You can see this lightest purpley right here. I think it's DMC 155. There's just 10 stitches of that. 5 over here, 5 over here. So I love it. I love it, and it's so worth it because it's for someone that I really esteem quite highly. So, and then I'm keeping it in a bag from Jasmine's Custom Bags. Star Wars, of course. So that is my one and only real plan. I have other plans. What did I say? Nostalgic Tarot from the Witchy Stitcher? I might have said it was from someone else because someone's correcting me. And I appreciate that because you got to watch me at all times. But that's my big plan. And then I also want to, I haven't yet done Stitch for Pride for August. Stitch for Pride is the creation of D at D's 20 Stitches, and he's given us one motif each month along with learning. And you do the learning, you learn about the 2S LGBTQIA plus artist, and then you stitch something that's inspired by their work. So I need to do the learning, and then I will stitch something inspired by this. This color is very similar to the color that I chose for my July Stitch for Pride. So I don't think I want to use this color. This might be the first time that I like depart because everything else has been inspired by. But in Dee's last video, they said that August is pretty small and July and September is pretty small. So I'll stitch my tarot swap first so I can get that in the mail. And then I'll stitch August and September of that. So that's another plan. And I'm trying to keep my plans moderately low. I checked a lot of my plan boxes last time. So that feels really good, and I want to keep that rolling. I bought only a couple things this past month, or this past week. I did buy some Gentle Arts flosses when I was at Acorns and Threads, and these 4 flosses. So these 2 are new releases at market this year. This is Goldenrod and Dragon Fruit. I know I have these somewhere, but I just wanted to see how they all look together, so I just picked them up and then I bought them. And then I have Tarnished Gold and Geranium. So this is going to be for a summer release next year. And I know you're thinking like, that doesn't really all go together. But the only 2 that need to go together are these 2. So those 2 will be in the same piece. This one will be on its own. And this one will be on its own. I'm working up some summer Assisis. Summer designing is really hard for me because I don't like summer. I don't like summer stitching, I realize. And so it's hard for me to design. But I do, this design is ready. So I do want to stitch this design. And the more I look at these Gentle Arts flosses, the more I really like them. So I will stitch up these Assisi's and see what we think. So I got those when I was at Acorns. And then my only other haul came in the form of Happy Mail because I didn't buy this. Yasmin's Made with Love reached out to me. Yas reached out to me and said, do you want one of my Halloween boxes? And I said, really? Yes, of course. Thank you. Thank you. So Yas sent me a Halloween box and I'm going to open it with y'all. So I'm just going to switch over. Let me move my camera in. A little behind the scenes peek for you. I'm going to switch over to, now you can see, this is Yaz's box. And we're going to open it. And apparently we're going to open it like this so that you can see it right side up. So it'll be upside down to me, but right side up to y'all. So let's do it. I haven't opened it yet. Oh my gosh, look at this already. Wait, is that upside down? That's right side up, right? Oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, whatever. I think this is right side up now. It's fine. We're gonna be fine. We're all fine here. I haven't even looked at this, but let's do it. So this is a postcard. I hope my gift brings you a smile and some Halloween vibes. Massive fun. Love, Yas. Absolutely. I love this card. Still upside down. Is that right side up? I am having so much trouble. This card is Imaginarium by Katie Scott. I don't think this is part of the box. I think this is just my note. There we go. That's right side up. That's right side up. This is gonna be fun. So this is a little freebie from Yas. It's a Quaker heart. It says to my friend, and there's a code on it for a discount. Look at how pretty this is. Holy crap, y'all. Wait, where's my face? You don't get my face. Okay, this is gonna be amazing because I just took a peek and there's a whole box in here. So I think these are still available. This is, sorry. This is what's inside the box. So there's Yas. This is about, she has cross-stitch patterns and hand-painted boxes and project bags. And if you can see right here, I think you know what's in here. But we're not gonna get to that first. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, so Yas has this series of houses. This is H is for Halloween. She just released P is for pumpkin, L is for lemon, and one other at Needlework Marketplace. This is gorgeous. Original design, H is for Halloween by Yasmin's Made with Love. Calls for Classic Colorworks, Gentle Arts, and DMC. And this fabric is from the Stitchy Ferret. How cute is that? Stop. I love it. Oh, look, it's the box. Okay. And then Spooky Season, Yasmin's Made with Love sticker. This is a good box, y'all. Can you not? I just want to take this out. But there's we're going to open the little parcels all around it. So the wrapping is the cutest. Thank you for supporting I love boxes. The time it takes people to put their boxes together. This is a hand-painted needle minder from Crafty Feathers. Oh, from Charlie Feathers. I have some floss drops from Charlie Feathers. You can find Charlie on Ko-Fi, Instagram, and apparently on YouTube. So I'm gonna have to go watch her videos. But she does the prettiest hand-painted stuff. And I don't know if every one of these is hand-painted, but that looks hand-painted to me. So nice. Let me move this over so that you can see what came out of the box and you can see what's coming out of the box. And I love this paper, but stop, Michelle, you can't keep everything. Okay. Another little parcel. Ooh, what's in here? It looks like charms. Oh, it's a scissors fob. Oh, look how, I don't like candy corn. I don't like candy corn, but this is adorable. Hold on. Also, new nails, who dis? That's cute. Oh, it's little, it's polymer clay. Little candy corn and pumpkin fob. That's adorable. If there's not scissors in this box, then I have the perfect scissors for that. I'm just trying to hit the rubbish bin every time with the my favorite snack, Biscoff cookies. I will be dipping that in my coffee with zero chill available. Haha, 2 Biscoff cookies. Sorry, I do love cookies. What's this? A little candy? It got a little crunch, but I'm gonna eat it. It's chocolate. And then look at this beauty. Look at this box. So Yaz hand paints these, y'all. Like, you can feel the paint on this because she hand paints the mandalas. Like, you can feel the texture of the dots that she's done. These are just absolutely beautiful. Look at even that detail on the inside. Wow, I super have wanted one of these. Yasmin's Made for Love, where every product is crafted with care and passion. So I'm gonna leave her card in there, but I'm gonna take this Gigi stuff. I'm gonna put it inside the box because it feels appropriate to do that. And then more candy. That's a good box, y'all. So I don't know the price of the box. I do know there's some still available, but like, look at how beautiful. That's a showstopper. That's a showstopper. So I would not stitch something and put it on the top of this box, although this is a perfect box to mount something on. But what I would do is stitch something and put it on the bottom inside of this box. Like my little paper's only in there for now, but I will probably stitch something and put like a pincushion type thing on the bottom of the box and then make everything very precious. And because there are no scissors in that box, fear not, I will put this on my skull scissors. These skull scissors aren't from Yaz, but like, how perfect. I know it already has one, don't at me. There's no such thing as too much. Oh, except these scissors are really chunky, so I don't know if it'll fit. But like, how cute is that? That's a good box. I'm so happy. Like, I feel bad that she sent me this because this is a masterpiece. Let me switch back to, I'm going to ooh and ah over it a little more while we're on camera. I feel bad that Yaz didn't let me pay for this because this is absolutely gorgeous. It glows. It's so pretty. Hand painted, y'all. In the box, and the bottom with her, wow. I'm gonna have to make a pretty picture of this for the Instagrams. I'm gonna eat my Biscoffs. Holy cow. I don't know what to say other than holy cow. And check out Yaz and check out Charlie Feathers because Charlie Feathers. I'm sorry, Charlie. Charlie Feathers, because that's so cute, isn't it? I love that. Okay. Wow. Yasmin's. If you're not familiar, Yasmin's Made with Love. And if you like Quakers, Yaz has some mega cute Quakers. Also mega giant Quakers. Wow. I don't even know what to say anymore. That's the end of the cross-stitch content, BT Devs. I do have Biscoff cookies to eat, and I'll try not to do that on camera, but I don't know because they're going to be staring at me. I have Biscoff cookies to eat and a book to talk about, and let me tell you about my tarot card of the day. So if you don't love the tarot card stuff, here's where we get into the tarot cards. So just thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you when I see you. I will be streaming live tomorrow morning on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. There weren't very many people that caught my Facebook Live, but if I keep doing it, they will come, right? Maybe. So tarot cards. I'm still pulling from the Mind's Eye Tarot from Olivia Rose. And this morning I pulled the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands, the Wands is a deck about energy, right? And like energy and drive and purpose. And you can see I like this card because it's very like these 8 wands are all flowing towards this energy, towards this inspiration. And the idea there is that you just like keep this energy, right? Like things are moving in the right direction. Just keep that energy. So that's the theme for the day. Just keep that energy. Which is great because I've been designing a lot. I've been doing all kinds of stuff that's really good for me. And I just want to keep that energy. So that was quite a nice card to get. I've been getting kind of been having a little bit of a rough week. So I've been getting kind of some rough cards, or I've been reading into my cards as rough. But this was a good kind of like, you're okay, kid. Like, keep doing what you're doing kind of thing. And then the last thing I have to talk about is my book. I have been listening to Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. Let me get I love the library and I love my Libby app. So I've been listening to Yumi and the Nightmare Painter from Brandon Sanderson. I'm 68% of the way through, you can see. I don't know how much longer I have, but it's a long book. It's like 13 or 14 hours worth of book. But Yumi is from like one place, and the Nightmare Painter, who has a name, but I'm listening to the book so I can never remember his name, is from another place. And this thing happens where they kind of like astral project into each other's world, and they're both living part of their lives in the other one's world. So I'm at the point now where we're really getting to know both of them, and Yumi just found out something about the Nightmare Painter that's like maybe not so flattering, but she's also feeling like maybe it's not his fault when everyone else thinks it is. So it's really good so far, and I think like it's more complicated than I thought it was at the beginning, which of course Brandon Sanderson. And I'm really, really enjoying Yumi and the Nightmare Painter is my second Cosmere book. My first one was Tress and the Emerald Sea. So I'm really enjoying Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, and then I'll need to know from my Cosmere expert friends what's next. Which one is next for me? So, because I don't know right now. But I think that's it. That's my card, my book, my haul, my happy mail. I did the giveaway. Talked about Acorns and Threads. Talked about Tiny Modernist. My FFOs, all the things. So I am going to go now get this in the mail. I have to just show it again because I love it so much. I'm so proud of this thing. This morning, this was just a tiny little cross stitch with nothing to do, and now it's this ATC. It's a fully finished thing. It's a fully fledged, fully formed thing, which is why I love ATCs, because they go from 0 to fully formed in no time. But thank you if you hung out this long. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching my unboxing. Please go check out Yaz. Her stuff is beautiful. Like, this box is... I just have to show you again. And it's really light, so the shipping shouldn't be terrible. Because she is not in the US. She is in Europe, I think. She hand paints this. It's wild. It's wild that she hand paints this. This is a treasure. I will treasure this. I won't be able to stop touching it for a while, but that's neither here nor there. But thank you for hanging out. If you like streaming, I will be streaming tomorrow, Sunday, on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And if the Facebook streaming doesn't pick up, then we'll switch over to Instagram. Actually, let me know down below if you like to watch live streams of cross stitch. Would you prefer to watch it on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, or Instagram? I can do 3 of those. I can't do all 4. So I'll always be on Twitch. I'll always be on YouTube. But Facebook or Instagram are kind of my like either ors. So if you have a preference, let me know down below, and I'll try to accommodate the preferences. For now, I'm just going to try a little bit of both and see what we like the best. So yeah, thank you for hanging out. I'm terrible at ending a video. But I appreciate you all so much, and I will see you next week, eh? Bye.